Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of The Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for Modern Family. Tonight's host is Chrystee Pharris. Joining Chrystee will be AFTERBUZZ co-hosts Tanjareen, Caryn Ward, and Janora. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Modern Family news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Chrystee Pharris!
Yay! AFTERBUZZ in the house.
Sister.
Hey, good people.
Modern Family Edition.
Yes, thank you.
You gotta remember that part.
You know we have to plug our new little mugs that we got.
I love these.
Thank you, Jessie.
We're a real talk show now.
And guess what's in the mugs?
Hiccup?
No, that's modern.
We have some good juice in our mugs.
Well, I have aqua hydrated mine.
Well, coming in June, we have a big announcement, so maybe we'll have some bubbly in our mugs.
Huge announcement. So excited.
I'm excited about it. A lot of great stuff.
Shining down on the sisters.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So
Stars
viewers
are light, right?
Yes,
so
they are.
It makes
absolutely.
sense.
They bring light. They bring forth light.
Yeah. Well, welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV, the Modern Family Edition. We are talking about an episode called Good Cop, Bad Dog.
I like that title.
That is a good title. Which is awesome. So, again, I'm Chrystee Pharris.
And I am Janora McDuffie.
Yes, and I am Caryn Ward.
And I am Tanjareen. And if you're not sure how to spell that, it's spelled like this. And my last name is .com.
Oh, I forgot. I brought a tangerine. Jessie, there's a tangerine in my purse. I'll let you go on my purse.
Can I eat it?
Other purse.
Cannibalism. Right here live on AFTERBUZZ TV.
Would it be considered cannibalism if you eat yourself? That's weird.
That's a
I don't know the word for eating yourself. Flexible?
And that you are after I checked out that
we'll be
episode.
talking about that
CelibateInfo.com.
Yes,
That's so funny.
yes, definitely flexible.
Speaking of which,
CelibateInfo.com.
it's so hot it got taken off of YouTube. Y'all.
Stop it for real.
It got deleted today.
You are
Yes.
kidding me.
It got deleted.
That's what we like.
It
You
got
know,
deleted.
good women do not make history. I love that quote.
You're
Yes,
right.
bad
Yes.
girls
Yes.
are the ones who you
Yes.
remember. I had almost 1,000 hits in a day and a half.
Stop
Everybody was
it.
talking about it. And
Congratulations,
I clicked on it
Tanj.
today just to read some of the latest comments, and it said, this video has been deleted for sexual content and nudity. And I was like, yes!
Kidding me.
Yes! So I have to
So she
find some
did
more
it.
places to put it. I actually didn't even want to put it on YouTube because they don't really want you to monetize like racy stuff. They want you to only monetize on corny stuff. And I'm not a corny chick.
Monetize.
Right.
Yes, I'm trying
That's
to
a
monetize.
Karen word.
I produced it. I spent a lot of money on it.
You guys, if I use words that have more than one syllable, my sisters get a little intimidated.
Yes.
So I'm just letting you know.
And let me tell you why. We'll get into Modern Family in a second, but just so you know a little more about the sisters, if this is your first time watching, she was raised like the Huxtables. Her parents are doctors and lawyers. She had a great education. She's super spiritual. She meditates, all of that stuff. Meanwhile, I'm from Inglewood, West Side. I'm wearing purple to represent the mourning of the Lakers. And I had a public school education. So that's the diversity here on this end of the table.
Exactly.
And I'm representing the dirty South.
She
Durham,
said-
North
Yes.
Carolina in the house.
That's so cute.
Bull City, baby. Bull
I
City.
love it. I love it.
And when North Carolina loses, she really is depressed for the day. It's the cutest thing.
Thank you, Gregory Storm.
month.
I sent out the wrong information. It's ustream.tv/AfterBuzzTV. I guess if you're watching this,
if you're watching it, you already know. But how come you don't know where we are yet?
I know. Why did I just read? All I
You
did was
retweeted what she
I
said?
copied and pasted what she put on there.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay,
let's
talk about Modern Family.
These people right here that we
The people
love
who
so
are
much.
watching, thank you for finding us, because without our help,
Yes.
Go ahead. What was the show about? Good
Well,
cop,
do
bad
we
dog.
first want to talk about Maria Menounos?
Yes,
Oh, we
but
love
don't have
her.
the yes, we don't have the. Oh, you got the book?
Of course, Tanjareen is on
Because I
top of
surely
it.
didn't.
I love
was
her
just
book.
like, oh my goodness.
Maria Menounos. I can't say it Spanish because she's not Spanish. She's Italian, right? Or Greek.
I don't know.
She's
She's
Greek.
Greek. Yes,
she's
she's
Greek.
Greek.
So
That's
forgive
right.
my
We love her
Spanish
in
And
accent.
Jesse in the booth is Greek too, right, Jesse?
Jesse in the booth has a sexy mustache above
Let
that
me tell
that
you,
lip of
Jesse
his.
is sexy.
He could get it.
Yeah, he could.
Jesse's gonna make me date out of my race.
See, Tanjareen trying to get a promotion.
You're gonna make
up on
me
this.
dead out of my sex.
Out of my sex? Does that
Oh, you didn't know?
Oh shoot! I didn't know
love
you.
you. Yes.
I didn't know you didn't like vagina.
You know what? You know what? We had a meeting. We had a meeting last week, a
I wasn't
post-show
here.
meeting.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Jesse broke it down, and I was like, oh.
love it.
Yes.
You know what, Jesse? I love you for being you. Just
There
do
you
you.
go.
Sexy. You're still sexy.
You know,
You are
And I
sexy,
think I can turn
Jesse.
you. I got a couple of gay guys that want some of this. But anyway,
You know, whether you
Maria's
like
book.
penis
And,
or
but
vagina
wait,
at
but
the
if
core
you
of a
want
human.
to see what Jesse looks like, stay tuned. Same station, same channel at 9 o'clock. Jesse and I are in the studio together as we break down Vampire Diaries, and we
Yes.
actually talk about the show.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't do
Unlike Modern
you don't
Family.
cackle about your
like-
life like we do on
No,
Sisters.
I love this. I love this. That's what I'm saying. It's just apples and oranges.
Yes.
Literally. Okay.
So wait, Chrystee likes to talk about Maria's
go
book.
ahead.
It's your,
Okay, well,
it's
here
your
we
thing
go.
because I
Well,
cut
this
you
right
off last
here-
week.
Well, no, wait, I loved it. But this is the Every Girl's Guide to Life. It's definitely a hot book. I know Mother's Day is over, but you don't have to for any special occasion. I think you just need to do it just so you can, get some kudos. Because once you read this book,
Yep.
I'm telling you, there's so many great things
Yes,
that
there
are
are.
in here, and real estate, and how to make sure that you clean your house,
Yep.
and clothing, and eyebrows, and
And
facial,
weight loss
and
and
weight loss,
everything.
and
Everything a girl needs to know is in the
relationships,
book.
everything. That's why it's called the Every Girl's Guide to Life.
To life.
So
And if you
definitely
guys,
check it out.
if you guys aren't following Maria on Twitter, make sure you follow her. Make sure you follow the
Oh,
sisters.
Oh, I didn't know she was on. I'm about to do
Yes.
that right
Follow
now.
her right
Well,
now,
we're
too.
I have my trusty phone, and I'm going to follow Maria. If you see me pick up my phone at any point during this episode, it's not because I'm bored. It's because I'm
Right.
looking
No.
for your tweets and your Facebook comments so that I can give
Absolutely.
you a shout out on the air. And we all do that because we want to
Yes.
give you something back for watching us. So I'm
Yes.
not being rude.
She's being rude.
appreciative.
So let me just give my little shout because everybody's hitting me up. I got Dwayne Avery, thanks for watching it in Sherman Oaks. I got Charles Lester, Robert Isles, Urena, Audrey, that's in Ohio,
Hi, Audrey.
Middletown, Ohio. Trey, thanks for Trey. Trey said he wants a mug, so we
We should sell these.
I
But you know
know,
what?
Trey,
Our-
Give the money. Get my
appreciate you.
weave done.
Right,
That's
right.
a charity cause.
Well, our 50th Twitter follower tonight will get an AfterBuzz TV mug signed by the sisters.
There you
just
go.
for the chance.
Y'all hear that?
Yes, our 50th.
AfterBuzz exclusive.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Jesse.
Hit him with the.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
We're so demanding as a talent.
Yes.
Who
so,
keeps letting
take her,
T-Pain
yes.
in here?
I love it.
so that's
So-
at the sisters.
Should we get back to our
regularly scheduled programs?
yes.
Schedule.
I should get it out.
Are you sure there's water in here?
I know.
I know. I think you added some stuff.
Party
And
in
then
the
at some-
AfterBuzz studio.
I know. At some point in time, Jess, you're gonna have to put our little theme. The little ladies' theme song that you
Something
had.
we-
Yeah.
yeah.
At some point,
Oh.
we're gonna have to actually discuss the show.
Oh,
I
are
just
we still
said
on
we
us?
about
Are we
to-
going to do our
Yes,
plugs?
we're-
No,
No,
at the end of the show. End of the show, baby.
Oh, okay.
It's about
After
topics
after,
first.
Yes.
Yes, let's get to
Okay,
Modern
break it
Family.
down.
All right, we'll
I'm
break
gonna
it
eat this.
down. About
It's
last
mine.
night's episode, it was one of the new episodes because there are 3 left
Yes.
of the season, 3 brand new
Yes.
episodes, and this one was called Good Doggy, Bad Cop.
Good doggy, bad doggy.
No.
or Good Cop, Bad Dog. Maybe that was the
Good Cop,
title.
Bad Dog, yeah.
Something
Well, let's
like
just
that.
hope the writer is not
close.
listening.
Right, no, but either way, whatever it was called, it was a great episode. Not the best episode, I think, of the season, but I still think it was a quality episode.
Yeah, it had its moments.
Yeah. So I'm going to break down what we're going to talk about based on the episode last night. I hope you guys watched it. Our 3 favorite Modern Families. The first one, Claire and Phil. All right, so at the beginning of the episode, this is actually last week's episode.
Yeah, because we don't have
Because we didn't tape it. Don't
yeah.
continue
We're
to
not
notice.
gonna- yes.
Oh, continue to notice.
Yes.
But if you're watching at home and paying attention,
Yes.
we DVR the shows here at AfterBuzz,
Yeah.
and that one somehow didn't get recorded. We apologize. That's last week's
Yes.
show.
Okay, well, this week's show, last night, Claire and Phil, it was great. So there's an not an altercation, it wasn't that violent, but the kids are acting up. Claire comes in to be the disciplinarian, but Phil is the fun guy. The dad is the fun guy, and they decide to swap roles. So this time Phil is going to discipline the kids and Claire is going to be the fun parent.
Yes.
It all goes crazy. So we're going to talk about that. In our own households growing up, did we have a parent who's the good parent or the bad parent? Or as parents, if we are parents now, are those the roles that we share? And once those roles are established, can we flip them? Because clearly last night, Claire and Phil did a pretty horrible job.
Oh, it was so funny seeing Claire as the bad cop. She went in. She went in and made her kids sick. It was so funny, but continue.
All right, so our next wonderful Modern Family is Jay and Sophia. Yes. So Sophia's got this big heart and wants to help everybody out. So last night, she helped out this guy who had this great business plan. It was his good doggy, bad doggy training system. And
so
Jay,
horrible.
She made it more funny. Just what she just said. It made it more
Good
funny.
doggy, bad doggy.
well, that's what it was called, but it was a horrible idea. But Jay is a very successful businessman, and he had to figure out whether or not he was going to tell him that it sucked. So it kind of brings back what we talked about last week. When do we tell somebody if they have an idea or something that
When do you tell the truth? When are you honest when somebody asks for your advice?
And when are you honest? And then this time it's more on a professional level.
Right.
But even going forward, let's say professionally, whatever we do, like this guy from last night, suck.
I liked him. I thought he was cute.
You'd buy the good doggy, bad doggy.
But he was
training
adorable
system.
when he did his presentation.
I thought he
his
had
delivery
potential.
was so cute.
Well, whether or not you're a business person, you're a single, or whether
You
you're
can
an
be cute all you
actress,
want. That don't mean that
if you're not talented in that
Exactly.
area, when do you decide to throw in the towel? When do you give up?
And when do you tell people that, you know what, you need to try something else?
Don't quit your day
It's not
job,
working out.
right?
And,
But you know
I
what?
think Jay did a good job of breaking it down because he said, listen, you have a lot of potential. You know, you're energetic. I think you need a better idea. He said it in a very nice way.
But then the question becomes, when do you listen? Because to tell you the truth, my drama teacher at Howard University gave
You had
me
to throw out that you went to Howard. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I deal with every week, ladies and gentlemen. Do we care? So what? I went to Cal State Northridge. So what? Tuition was $1,200 a semester.
Such a hater, such a hater. Shout out to all my HU family out there. Anyways,
I heard Hampton was the real HU.
whatever. Hampton is on some
That's what
bougie,
I heard.
carbon
Okay,
copy.
hey, we ain't gonna go
Okay,
there.
sorry, we're not gonna go there. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Shout out to all the HBCUs. Anyway, while I was at Howard University, my drama teacher gave me a D and told me I need to stop. So
right.
the question is, like, who do you listen to? Who do you
Oh,
listen to?
who do you listen to? Who do you listen to?
Yeah.
But it's so fun. I mean, that's the same thing that I mean, I remember them telling me that I wasn't smart enough to go to college. And
Really?
and then they were like,
right?
they were like, yeah, you know, you shouldn't, you know, you're not gonna really get in. You only have like a 2% chance to get in. And then when I went to Emerson's audition, like literally the head of the department, after I did my song, because I was a musical theater and acting major,
That
he literally
explains
told me,
a lot.
yeah, well, he literally told me, what does that mean? But let me finish my story, and I'm gonna get back to that. But he literally, my singing that
You're
you were
singing
talking
on my
about.
voicemail all the time.
I got it. But anyway, he basically told me right on the spot that I want you here. What do I have to do to get you at this school?
Nice.
And then I ended up having a 3.8 grade point average throughout my college years.
3.8? Is that
3.8?
like, oh,
Sorry.
3.8.
It did
Oh,
sound
okay. I
like
just
A.
wanted
I wasn't
Sorry.
gonna
You
call
know,
it
and
that.
my shit and
You
shout
had to,
out.
you
Shit
had
and
to
shout out.
correct her.
For those who are new
Huxtable.
to us, Chrystee likes to give shit out. She doesn't
out.
say shout out.
doesn't
She
give
shits
shout out.
out.
And she
No.
pretends she didn't notice that she cursed.
I really did
It's that sweet girl,
But it's
innocent
weird.
act.
I know her from church, and I just don't know this cursing
You go
side
to
of
church?
her.
And
I
that's-
used to. The celibate info doesn't go, but
And that's that side of me.
The
And
old
we didn't get a
me.
chance to talk. You know, I'm the church girl and the, you know.
and what?
So you think the church girls
I
be the
know.
worst ones.
Right, that's
So
what they
don't
say.
get it
I think that's about to come out. Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out our roles here. So you, the nice down home Southern North Carolina
I'm the nice
girl.
Southern Belle.
Okay.
Yes.
Who,
And shout out to Matrix
You have some
Health.
other skeletons that'll come out later on that
They
we ain't
will
gonna say
all
right now.
And
Come
we'll
out
wait
the
until
closet.
June. We'll wait till June for
What's-
that.
I know. That's going to be on.
You the church girl that can sing, and you the Huxtable girl,
Oh, Lord.
the spiritual, and then I'm the hooker.
Celibate nympho.
What am I? The
said the
miseducated,
The ghetto hoe.
The ghetto hoe.
The ghetto hoe.
I can be that. It's so
No, you're not
No,
the ghetto
um,
hoe.
I actually had an honor roll GPA as well.
Honor roll
I-
GPA.
At Cal State Northridge.
guys, you know what?
And at my little magnet elementary school.
I'm going to respectfully
counts.
request that we get back on task.
Oh, right.
Because you know what? I think we are on task. I think this is what we talking about.
Okay.
Well, no, there's another storyline. We forgot about Mitch and Cam because there are
Exactly.
three
Thank
modern
you.
families.
And that was
Okay,
the one
so
they were
we should
plugging
do-
because of the whole Lady Gaga part.
Right.
I thought they were going to at least see her, but I
thought
guess.
so, too.
Yeah, we did.
I thought so too.
Yeah, they made it seem like that they were going to.
So Cam was sick.
Okay,
Go ahead.
right. So Mitch had tickets to the Lady Gaga concert. I think we all are tongue-tied today.
Let's all not talk at the same time.
Yeah,
All right, so the Lady Gaga concert, which was funny because Mitch said that's the only thing that made him stereotypically gay was loving Lady Gaga.
And then he uncrossed his legs.
and opened his legs real wide.
Tried to be all manly.
Right.
I can sit with my legs open better than he can.
Yes.
What you
Well,
trying to
I
say
heard.
right now, Chris?
I was like,
Church girl.
that didn't come out too well.
And then my response
Let's
is, oh my.
proceed because
So-
it'll just be good to keep things going. How about that?
Yes. Okay. So he had these tickets, but Cam was sick. His partner was
He
sick.
was. He was really sick.
And really sick.
like
And
Grossly
so
sick.
I know,
he
it's like,
had to decide whether or not to give up these tickets to be the good partner and take care of his mate, or kind of do what he wanted to do and go to the concert. So it brings up, when do we sacrifice things that we want to do individually for our relationship, or when do we say, no, this is what I want to do? And is
Right.
it considered selfish, or what's the balance there?
So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Very well said, Janora.
Thank you, Caryn.
Yeah, it was cool.
I see. I'm just going to be the
Did
bitch
you guys
this
ever?
episode.
I know, right? Did you guys ever see Disappearing Act when with
Yes,
Sanaa Lathan?
Yeah.
and Wesley.
Wesley,
I'm gonna say Jonathan.
Snipes?
Shout out to Wesley Jonathan.
Yeah, hey,
Wesley
Wesley.
Snipes.
Yeah,
and-
he's part of the reason why my video got deleted on YouTube.
Well,
Wesley Jonathan
and we
from
all
Roll
had a
Bounce.
piece of
Yes, we did.
His
We all
scene
had
is
a
very
piece.
sexy. But go
No,
on.
your split was very sexy.
Yeah, that little split.
That little advanced doggy style that I did. We don't all do that.
Oh my gosh.
Continue.
So go ahead, Chrystee, with what you said.
It just made me think about when that question, because he bought tickets to the concert and she wanted to be down front, and he got tickets all the way up at the top, and she wanted to go sit at the bottom, and
Who are we talking about? 'Cause
Disappearing Act,
Disappearing
Sanaa
Act.
Lathan. and
let's
Wesley.
get back to Modern Family.
I need you to not disrespect my friend Chrystee on the air like that, Karen.
I love you, Chrystee. I'm sorry.
She was like, "What are we talking about?" Okay, enough about that. Janora, how was your day?
First of all, I was like, this has to do with the story, because she just said,
I
when
love
do
my
you?
girl, Chrystee.
No,
I
you
do.
don't. You hating on everybody.
We need a
You
caller.
You
So
need
I'm
a
gonna
timeout.
excuse
She needs
me.
a timeout.
If you're watching us, I'd like to let you know
we got
that
a
you can call
number.
in
Yes.
on 424 256
do the rest.
1729. Put us out of our misery, ladies and gentlemen. Call in and give us something to talk about that has to do with the subject matter. 424.
Do we know what the subject matter is?
We've told them. 256-1729. You can also listen to this later in the podcast from iTunes for free.
Yes.
And you can download the app on Stitcher that's for all podcasts, and you can log in and listen to us from Stitcher if you have a smartphone, an Android, a BlackBerry, well, a good BlackBerry, or an iPhone. Because some of the Blackberries is prehistoric. Don't even trip. But Stitcher, STITCHE. Oh, like that one. My bad. You can download that app. And in about a month or so, AfterBuzz TV will have their very own app for your phone. So you can subscribe to your favorite shows. Hopefully it'll be the Sistars. It's one of your top
Yes.
favorites.
Yes.
And you'll get a notice anytime we're going to be on the air. And you can talk to us. It's going to be great. So the AfterBuzz TV app is coming soon. But for now, iTunes for free, the podcast, and the Stitcher app. And call us 424-256-1729.
Thank you, guys.
And
Go ahead. No,
Can
you go ahead.
Christy finish her story?
Oh, of course, of
I
course.
don't really
I'm
think
like the
I
hater
know.
over here. I see
I
everybody
know.
just hating
I
on this.
think I'm
been
here. How about I give a shout out to
Foreheads.
Roderick out there?
Foreheads
so-
unite.
Yeah.
Foreheads.
Okay.
Daniel, this is for you. This is my Sade I do.
Yes.
For you. Chrystee and I
Okay,
got to stick back.
so Karen, what would you like to talk about?
Oh,
since you
wow.
know things
Thank
today?
you. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. I want to say shout out to Black Theater USA
That's not
because
what
they're
we
doing some great things. I just had to plug Black Theater USA. Find them on
She
Twitter.
don't want to talk about the show. She wants to
She
shout people
Want to do her
out.
shout out and talk
I
about
had
her
to tell
wedding.
Black Theater. See, Chrystee, you trying to put me on blast.
Thank you, SMA Firm, for just tweeting us and telling your
yay,
followers
SMA
to watch us.
Firm.
Thank
Sweet.
you to
Joseph,
Daniel
right?
Ferguson, who's also watching. Thank you to Greg Storm, who's also watching.
Oh, so she can shout out, but I can't.
Because
And
I do
thank
it quickly and I'll let people continue to
Okay,
talk.
so-
Gregory Storm, who told me that I had the wrong information up, as well as Jacob and Knowledge Kati, who I believe is in Namibia right now. So we have a Namibian.
Jesse, get off
Yes.
the phone.
Jesse, are you paying attention to us?
No.
Our producer's bored. Okay, let's keep it going. No, but I love what you were saying, Janora. You were talking about the sacrifices we make for our mates. And when is it okay to be selfish? When are you supposed to say, no, I'm going to put you first? And when you say, hell no, I'm not. not put you first.
Yes.
What's
what it
the
is.
Usually when
answer?
that's usually when the relationship is just about coming to an end.
It also shows in the episode from last night the roles in a relationship, because it seems like the female role would usually be the one that's more nurturing when the person gets sick.
Yeah.
They're the ones who have to run the house and get the kids to school and run the errands, but still make you something to eat and help you blow your nose and all that. But when the woman is sick, the guy doesn't really know how to nurture back. It's like I've noticed that a lot in
Some
married
guys
couples.
don't.
Some guys.
Yeah, because my guy.
Because I have to say, my ex, because I was married for 2 years to my best friend that I had known since I was 12 years old.
Oh.
Which is great because we're still
Cute.
friends.
Cute.
But anyway, he actually did used to
I
take
want
care
him
of
to
me.
call in because
I know,
you
I
have mentioned
know,
him
you need
every
to
show.
call in because I know that you watch.
I don't think she's over him.
I'm
I'm just gonna say
gonna
it.
say
I'm
it.
just gonna say it. If you watching, I think you got a chance
you let
to
him
get
know
Chrystee
that.
back.
But yes, but he did take. I mean, he did take care of me when I was sick and all that kind of stuff.
So callers, call
Well, it's
in.
rare, but if you're a guy who's really nurturing when your woman is sick, let us know. Because you said that you were the opposite, right? You said.
Well, no, it goes both ways for me, and let me qualify that. I very
Please do.
much
It's
so-
Hollywood. Don't say
Qualify.
goes both ways in
Clarify.
Hollywood.
Clarify.
That I am very nurturing, and I love being there. What I need when I'm sick is I need a lot of touching. Like touching works for me, and sometimes my
I like touching when I'm not sick. but
True, me too.
A
but
whole lot.
Calm down, church girl. Calm down.
Particularly when I'm not feeling good, it just something in the connection and touching of another human being, kind of like this, Tanj, works for me. So I would.
I'm listening.
I got my Sophia Bagadas out.
Gloria.
That's all I was gonna say. I'd be interested in our viewers, our listeners, in terms of sacrifice. And do you need touching too? Tweet me and let me know. Do you like to be touched? That's gonna go the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't know, callers.
We don't need those callers.
Let's
go back
Janora's
to
face.
a dream deferred.
Yeah, we don't need those.
A raisin in the sun. Shouts out to Doughboy. He calls every week. He just
Hey,
texts me and said he's
Doughboy.
listening. So thanks.
You guys want to take a caller?
Yes,
Please help us,
It's my
Jesse.
favorite.
My favorite.
All right, Kala, you are on. What's your name? Where are you from? And what's your comment?
And what's your credit score? Joking. Just
Wow.
Just
Well,
playing.
first of all, this is the first time that I'm watching this show.
Oh yeah,
And the first-
welcome.
Yeah, and first of all, my name is Peter. I'm calling from Huntington Beach.
Hi, Peter.
Hi there.
Hi there. And the first thing, once I finally logged on, the first thing that I heard, I don't know who said it, but it's something about eating oneself. And first of all, thank you for breaking me in so slowly here, guys. I mean, it was like...
Welcome to the Sistars on AfterBuzz TV.
Yeah, thank you. And secondly, I'm a novelist, and I write horror fiction.
Oh,
and this
wow.
idea of self-cannibalism here is just, the idea for next book is just coming in beautifully. So thank you very much for helping me out.
Thank you.
Please
Peter.
make sure that Tanjareen gets some royalties for that cannibalism idea,
Actually, it would be
You
the
got it.
Sistars.
because she brought a tangerine. Karen brought a tangerine.
I did. So what's your comment, Peter? You have something to share with us about the topic at hand?
Well, I want to talk about the series, Modern Family.
Modern
because,
Oh, there's an idea.
Yes, he actually.
Well, I received a lot of comments, both positive and negative. Peter, you got to see the show because I haven't seen it before, and I'm also a friend. I'm also a friend of Chrystee's.
Hi,
we used to
Peter. We work together on Passions.
on
Oh,
a soap
nice.
opera on Passions, right? And hey, how's it going?
Good to hear you. Hear your voice. Thanks for watching.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm glad I had the chance to watch it. What is, again, I've heard a lot of good things, a lot of bad things. What is the selling point, like in one sentence, that pretty much says, Peter, here's the reason why you should watch this series? And that's why I wanted to ask you guys.
Ooh, that's a good
I guess
one.
it differs for each
One
of us.
sentence.
One sentence.
sentence.
Wow, you're putting us on the spot.
I
there,
have
Peter. like it.
adjectives. I don't know how to put them all in one sentence.
That's that Inglewood School District, by the way, y'all. But it's okay. We'll work with you. We'll work with you.
Jesse's over there laughing.
Sound it out, Tanj.
What
We got
I
you.
would say it's funny. It's funny and current, and it relates to every household in America.
Absolutely.
Does it?
I
Does it relate
think
to
so.
every household?
I think their tagline is
not
something
really,
like,
but-
it's just like your family with the homosexual couple and an interracial couple and somebody age
the
gap couple.
tagline?
I mean, it's a really long, funny tagline. But the point is, there's a lot going on. You can find yourself in all of it, but then it also shows just how modern the world has become, the modern family.
I mean,
Well, not
Right.
even modern. because I think the idea of a family not being Cosby family or Leave It to Beaver family.
She points
or
to
the
Caryn Ward.
Well, only because you pointed it out.
Go on.
Or pointed out every show.
You're welcome.
But that family's not the real family. Like, we want to see the real family. And what is reflective of 2011, like Chrystee said, current, modern day.
And
so I think the stories transcend race, sexuality, because it's a human story. It's all about love.
And love and parenting and relationships and the writing is so witty that when we see an episode that is not a 10, we are so let down because we know the writers are really good. And if you look at their backgrounds, they're all coming from Cheers and Friends and all these other Emmy-winning shows. It shows in every episode. So I know it's not one sentence like you asked us. We don't follow directions well here at the Sistars on AfterBuzz TV.
As you can see.
No, they don't.
Thank you, our producer agrees.
It changes every week.
But I think that this show is just really well written and it really transcends.
Absolutely, because the story about Mitch and Cam, we're talking about relationships and when you're selfish and when you give up. It's just not about a gay thing. It's it's anybody thing.
It really is a kaleidoscope of just the human interactions, the human dynamics, the frailties, the pain, the disappointments, the struggles, the parenting, all the things that we go through, and it's encapsulated in these three different
There she goes, showing off again. Let me go to dictionary.com and figure out what encapsulated means.
You still have to deal with Peter. Now, you're a novelist, so you can probably...
thank you, Peter, for calling in. I just want to say that my friend Trey said, wow, white guys watch your show too, laugh out loud. Way to crossover. Go ahead, Peter, in my white guy voice.
Oh,
so thanks, Peter.
Thanks,
we have another caller. We have another caller coming in.
Come back, Peter.
Yes, and we wanted to hear about your... Was it?
Watch next week's episode of Modern Family and call back in, Peter. Let's see what you think of it.
All right, next caller. Your name, state your name, comments, where you from.
Huh?
Uh-oh. Did we lose you? Hello?
No, this is me, Chrystee.
Hey.
Chris is getting all the calls.
I know.
Who is this?
Yeah, we're a big fan of Chrystee's.
Thanks.
Who is this?
We're in the room.
This is Larry Williams.
Hey, Larry. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, well, the shows are nice here and there, but, I mean, we also have to look at the children because, see, what they're doing, they're trying to mold the children's mind into saying, hey, this is a, natural behavior. It's okay if mommy has, two mommies, two daddies, and stuff like that. They even want to put it in the children's books. So, I mean, we get our laughs and everything, but we still have to be careful because they're still molding our children to think this is the natural society. And when you listen at the news, the first thing they say is, like when something happened, oh, the whole world is saddened, or the whole world is waiting to watch this,
Are you referring to Modern Family when you say this?
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying it's kind of setting a bad example because there's a homosexual couple on the show?
Well, I mean, they're trying to make this a norm. Before we never had this. Mm-hmm. Just like before when they came out with Amos and Andy, that wasn't even their own voice.
Right.
So later on, as we got shows like Dinosaur, and we got these shows that was coming in with blacks in there. Then it's like, ooh, this is something different. And then later on down the line, now we're getting into the gay thing, and then what's next? Bestiality,
Well,
yeah.
Oh, who wants to take that?
Well,
Go ahead.
Well, I
appreciate your opinion.
We definitely appreciate your opinion, Larry.
Yeah, thank you for calling Larry Williams.
And I think just like you talked about the evolution of how they first portrayed black people and now how it's expanded to the true scope, or at least attempting to expand to the true scope of who we are as a people, I think you can equate the same thing to homosexuality. It's not the stereotypical, whatever negative thing you would think about or narrow-minded view of homosexuality. Now it is expanded to people having families. And I personally believe love is love. And I think if you raise a child in love, it's better than if you had a heterosexual couple that is abusive or fighting.
Right.
And I'm slightly offended, Larry, only because your next sentence was about bestiality, as in comparing two same-sex people being in love as a person being in love with
an animal.
An animal.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying it's not that, focusing on the bestiality part, because, I mean, we know people who have their animals, they don't call them animal, they call them, oh, that's my baby, like Oprah Winfrey did one day. She was like, oh, this is my baby. Everybody was thinking, oh, did she have a baby that we didn't know about? And then,
and she referred to her dog.
Right, but bestiality isn't, that's
if
outside
she had
the
sex
context.
with that baby, then it would be bestiality.
Bestiality implies that there's sexual activity with an animal, and if we're understanding you correctly, you were relating the homosexuality or exploring relationships to having sex with animals, unless I did not understand that correctly, and I'm totally open.
Or maybe you used it in the wrong context.
Yeah, maybe it could be in the wrong context. I mean, because when you say animals, people just, take, just a regular pet around the house. But some people take it a little further than that,
That's true. Some people let them eat off their forks and all of that. And I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, because when I was in Cal State Northridge instead of Howard University, I took a sexual biology class, and we learned about positions and all types of things that had to do with sex. I thought I was going to get an A, but it was actually a difficult class. But
if you would have submitted your Nympho Chronicles, girl,
I would have aced it.
You would have been teaching
exactly
the class.
Right. If I had told them about celibatenympho.com. But the point of this is, there was a chapter on homosexuality in that book, and the whole chapter had the pictures sketched in monkeys. It was sketched in monkeys where there was actual pictures of men and women having sex in all the other chapters. But that chapter on homosexuality was drawn, and it was monkeys having sex. And me just being a regular heterosexual, like 17, 18-year-old kid, didn't notice it. But it caused a huge uproar in the gay community because they realized that this is very offensive and disrespectful. Just like I don't think that you realize what you said was actually offensive and disrespectful to somebody who may have been homosexual or homosexual friendly, because you said, oh, what's next, bestiality? And what you're saying is true, that they're making it look like it's the norm when they have shows like Modern Family, but the truth is it is the norm. There are a lot of loving gay couples that adopt children that are very, and I'm gonna tell you something about the gays. I love men. I love nuts with my chocolate, but I'm gonna tell you, those gay people stay together. Every gay couple I know has been in a relationship for years and years and years. So whatever they're doing, as far as staying together, it's working. That's all I'm gonna say.
You can speak on that part, but I mean, Chrystee know my wife because she used to watch her in her soap opera that she was in, Passion.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, me and my wife, August 30th of this month, we'll be together 31 years.
Well, I don't think we're debating necessarily how long couples can stay together, whether they're same sex or heterosexual. What I think is important, and I'm glad you brought it up, Larry, is we are seeing it in a normal context.
Right, that was my point.
Which is a good thing. So it's not like it becomes like
But if that makes you cringe, like maybe it does for Larry or somebody in the South or somebody who was raised that man and woman is the only way, that might make them be uncomfortable.
Right, but that's how it was back in the day when you were talking about
black people.
Amos and Andy, where I remember reading the encyclopedia, which I was telling you guys about, that it was saying Negro was big feet, big lips, come from Africa, and all these stereotypes that they would say. And I'm sure that people who were white, when they started seeing black people on TV, a real black person with a real life, I'm sure that they were offended. Just like this whole situation is going on.
Right, and I think if you really explore deeper, you have an opportunity to see the humanity. And so whatever is happening in their sexual preference or what they are doing, you're seeing expression of love. We're seeing the same struggles that we all go through, the fears, the insecurities, and just a way of relating.
We're going to keep talking, but I just want to say thank you, Larry, for calling, because I know we have another.
You sparked a great conversation that will continue, Larry.
So, and I know we have someone else that's going to be calling in, but go ahead and finish your.
I was just saying it gives us an opportunity to embrace what is the norm and embrace that we are human, all expressing in a way that feels appropriate for ourselves. And
so it becomes, we're not that different after all.
Exactly.
Right, and that's what Modern Family shows me. From the outside looking in on a gay couple, they have the same arguments I have with my dudes.
Or not even that, but sometimes I don't watch a show unless I see people of color, so I can relate somehow.
I was going to say that earlier, and I forgot. Sofia Vergara. Gloria. Sofia Vergara.
Yes.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, because these are human stories, it transcends that. It doesn't have to be a black person there for me to watch it, because it's human. It's all related in what we all go through.
And if you do know anybody that works at Modern Family, y'all need some black neighbors somewhere on the show.
And the sisters
right. all happen to be
We're working
actresses.
on that. We're
so
working on that.
we could all be roommates in the house across from Phil and make it happen. I'm just saying, y'all need some
Cam
color.
and Mitchell is where I want to be.
Because you like
really
Cam, and I want to hug Cam because he's so big. I want to give a shout out to Del Panu A. Wills. He just hit us up on Twitter and said he's watching.
Yes, and Ossie Meps, OSSIEXMEPS. Thanks for following the Sisters.
Okay, we're counting the 50th. The 50th,
yes, the 50th
caller
one
gets
will
what?
get an AfterBuzz TV signed by the
AfterBuzz.
Sisters.
Are we going to be taking a commercial break? Because it is.
You have to tell me what time it is.
No.
We are going to take a commercial break.
We're about to take a.
So before we do that, I just want to say that I'm sponsored by Aqua Hydrate, the
I like how she
water,
said I'm.
because I'm trying to get y'all sponsored by it. Right now, it's only 1 out of the 4. But Aqua Hydrate, it's the water for people who know the difference. It's alkaline. It's 9.0 balanced. It really is good. It keeps you healthy, keeps your skin great, keeps you lean. P. Diddy drinks it. Vin Diesel drinks it.
And Tanjareen drinks it.
And Tanjareen drinks it. And Mark Wahlberg drinks it. So aquahydrate.com. And we really would like the people at Aqua Hydrate to give bottles to all of us so we can all talk about how delicious this water is.
And before we go, you guys, we're going to be talking about something very interesting, something that's happening that I think deserves attention. And we would love you to weigh in and give your opinion. And let's get this dialogue going. So be sure to come back and check in with the Sisters as we dig deep.
All right.
Make it happen.
Rest in peace, Lakers. Rest in peace.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
Hey, we're back.
Hey. Thank you. Makes my lips okay. So shout out to Jacob Taylor who's watching.
Hey, Jacob. Yeah, we're back.
We're back. Jacob Taylor.
Hey, Jacob.
We
Gregory
have,
Storm.
We have more people calling? Oh, yes.
I'm trying to give my props to people. Tracy, a preacher on Twitter. Thank you, Matrix South.
Hey.
Big shout out to Matrix South.
We like Matrix South.
Yes,
Thanks for putting us on your page.
MatrixSouth.com, Knowledge Kati, Rico, Jacob Taylor, Kim Strauss. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to check the Twitter to see who else we have joining us. Thank you, guys.
I like this song. So what are we talking about, ladies?
Oh,
well,
wow.
we still got some callers, and I got a feeling that, Greg Storm.
Yeah, I just shouted him out.
Okay, cool.
We already shouted him out like 3 times.
Oh, okay, my bad. Do you wanna take another call? You wanna get into the
Let's take a call.
Take another call. And somebody left the door
What's
open. Huh?
Going on, ladies?
Hey,
sounds like Chris Mayo from North Carolina.
It's Chris Mayo. Y'all
Hey,
Chris
Mayo. Chris is one of our regulars, y'all. If you're not familiar, go ahead, Chris. What you got for us this week?
Well, first of all, Tanjareen, you were off the chain tonight. You were cracking me up.
Thank you very much.
Dang, Chris, I don't get no love sitting next to her. Damn.
He said Tanjareen.
Yeah, no, I'm saying she is cracking me up, y'all. The way she's drinking that water definitely put her on the ad. It's going down. Advertise, girl, I see you.
Thank you very much. Aqua Hydrate.
But just to talk about the
I
topic
can't hear
real
you.
quick. I said just to talk about the topic real quick. I actually just I'm a student at University of North Carolina in Greensboro, and I took a class human development and relationships, and we were talking about gay and lesbian relationships and how that it is a stereotype that if a child is raised in a gay or lesbian home, that child may be molested more, or have a higher rate of being gay or homosexual. And studies show that in gay and lesbian relationships, that where a child is brought into that relationship, that it is less likely for them to it is more likely for them to have a heterosexual relationship. And like you guys were saying earlier, that it's about being raised in love. And one thing is I can say, gay and lesbians, they love the hell out of each other.
Yes, they do.
You know what?
They do.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that
keep
they all go through.
generalizing.
I know.
No, I'm gonna
But a lot of
do
people go through a lot. You know, relationships are relationships.
Exactly.
People go through
Relationships are
crazy
relationships.
stuff.
Right.
Can I make a statement?
Yes.
All of my gay guy friends are the nicest people I know. And I always felt like they're overcompensating because people stereotype against them. So they always pour it on super thick.
Yeah,
they're
but
very festive. They're very giving.
But I
they're
have a
very
problem
friendly.
when we say they, because there's some people who have a conversation like
The
they,
blacks.
the black,
The
exactly.
blacks,
absolutely.
Some of my
The best friends
Mexicans
are the whites.
Exactly. So I just, you know, there is no they. There may be people that you have experiences with, and that's how it occurs for you. But I actually have the total opposite. I know several gay people who are in relationships for 2 weeks. So I don't want to generalize.
But
and say
I'm
the
talking
whole
about
gay.
I'm talking about the niceness of the ones I know.
Right,
They
but
pour
even
it on
that-
super thick, the ones I know.
At the end of the day, it boils down to the individual.
Exactly. That's
Well,
all I'm
yeah,
trying to
because
say.
black, white, gay,
that's not as
Listen.
interesting to talk about.
Yeah, because the ones that I know, they out there.
Yes, you can, Chris Mayo.
Yeah, and I want to flip it over a little bit. As much as I did, like I said, I'm supporting that, you know, that gay families, child being raised, you know, like I said, studies show that they're really good parents. On the flip side of that, about Modern Family, now, if if society allows it to be okay for us to see that, you know, it's pretty much saying that it's okay to be gay. Now, I'm not saying it's not. But if the whole world starts to begin that, we break the laws of nature, and it's not natural for us to be gay and lesbian because we will never reproduce. If everybody in the world was gay, we won't have any children. We won't be able to naturally reproduce. And I think that's breaking the laws of nature.
Yeah, the assumption
That's a good point.
Wait, hold on, let me say something. The assumption is that our point of connecting and being together is only for the purpose of procreation. What if our purpose of being together was to love each other and to evolve our souls so that we know the truth of who we are by way of being in a relationship with one another?
But we'd run out of people.
No, we wouldn't. We had
Because
6 billion something.
his example.
He's making a good
example
point.
was
But I'm
if
asking, I just
everybody
wanna
was
counter that.
gay, we would run out of the
but-
loving souls
But
to.
we're not gay.
okay.
I'm just wondering, is there a context for people coming together to relate, to grow, and to expand who they are as spiritual beings?
I like this
I'm just asking.
conversation.
Just putting it out there that the point of this is to get things going. So let's get it going. Let's get it cracking, Chris.
I can't. Well, I'm gonna say this. Like I said, I believe that we were all put in this earth to follow. You know, like I said, I'm a Christian, to follow God's will and also reproduce. And if you're not leaving nothing on this earth, like I said, then I feel like, you know, that's what we were created to do, to leave our legacy or leave our seed. Like I said, if we think that if it's okay to be gay, it's okay. Then, like I said, our children are going to grow up and they're not going to know how the laws of nature work. It's not natural.
You have a couple questions.
Okay, go
so
ahead, Janora.
just asking. So what do you think about women who aren't able to reproduce, or men who aren't able to reproduce? Where do they fit?
Well, it's kind of different because that's something that has either happened to them either by being raped or maybe they just can't, or you know, they have a disease or something where they can't reproduce. Now, if that is
or what
the
if
case,
those who
then,
choose not to reproduce, who can, just choose not to?
I want to hear what happens if you can't reproduce.
I was just saying,
if you can't reproduce,
if you actually can't, not if you made a choice, but if you really wanted to and you can't, what happens with that as far as laws of nature?
Real men are able to take their L's, and I'm gonna say, damn it, you got me on that.
Oh, Chris
You got me on that. I mean, just the whole world in itself. I don't think the whole world would be able to not reproduce. I mean, and even if you can't reproduce, you know, people are here to reproduce for you. That's what adoption is for.
Okay,
Well,
which is what our guys did on Modern Family. I appreciate your call, Chris Mayo. We love you calling in every week.
Bye,
Please
ladies.
don't
Thank
stop.
you.
Thank you for getting
To
this conversation
piggyback on
going.
what Chris said, things being in touch with the laws of nature, it's actually not natural for you to put a computer screen up to your brain all day long when you're talking on your cell phones. It's not natural to put your food that's supposed to nourish your body into a microwave that radiates it and takes away the general makeup of it and changes it and makes it poisonous before you eat it. It's not natural for you to put chemicals on your body as a lotion or a deodorant or a makeup. So
is it natural to wear clothes, or should we all be here naked?
We should be in bamboo or something made of hemp, but cotton isn't really good for our skins. These colors are poisonous. I mean, we're not living naturally
Poetic
already.
Panther said we get deep. Yeah, we do get deep.
I was just gonna say, girls, y'all like in church tonight, like y'all preaching some wisdom.
You have any church music?
No, the point is,
some
you know
hearts?
what? The real idea is just to get a conversation going. Sometimes we adopt and take on these beliefs and don't even question it. So
don't
that's
even
all I
question
want.
it.
And
I have to say,
some
when you say natural, and I don't mean to cut you off.
But you did.
Go ahead. I believe that people are born gay. So why is that not natural? However, I'm born, and I feel like how we are is a gift from God.
Speak on it.
And if I'm not being myself, then am I honoring God and who I am?
That's a good point, because we're all just emanations of God. His chance to
you know,
express.
someone brought to my attention that when we focus on gay or same-sex relationships, we're only focusing on the body. It's the
This is why I love Jesse.
Hallelujah.
But I do want to say, I want to add.
I'm not making it wrong. That's all I'm saying. I'm not making it wrong. Wherever you are on the table.
Right.
Wherever.
The one thing, though, that I do love about my pastor.
Thank you, Modern Family. Thank you. Thank you, Jay and Gloria. I want to thank you, Cam and Mitchell.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
We're going to church up in here with the sisters on AfterBuzz TV.
Wow.
Go ahead, Chrystee. You were saying something.
I would just say the one thing that I do love about my pastor, Pastor Omar, he was, his thing is, because a lot of churches, they're not feeling any of that. I mean, in some black churches, they only
the church I go to does.
Well.
Yeah, but you know what? My church used to pray for her church and tell me
that pink church on the hill.
pink church on the hill was all going to hell. And for us we would bow our heads in silence and pray for y'all's church. I don't go there no more because they were very judgmental, but I'm just saying.
Right.
So
here's my thing.
if you believe a certain way.
Right, and I said my pastor, there's a lot of churches who would actually think that way, but the one thing that I do love about him, he was like, listen, we love everybody. Everybody, there's a lot of people that might not like it. Might not like it, but they need, but everybody needs to be here. Everybody.
The thorn out of your own eyes.
Exactly. Yeah, before you. But here's the other thing. The only issue that I have, because I deal with so many young people who are lesbians, who are gay. The issue that I have is a lot of them.
We say it like it's a disease.
I
no,
know.
that's not. But the whole point is how else am I gonna express the type of the lifestyle if I don't say that that's what it is?
I hear you.
But I'm saying who make this choice, a lot of them that I have found in the schools when I'm mentoring these young kids, that they're making those choices. Like, for instance, I had a couple of girls who were going into lesbian relationships because they didn't want to be with a man because their mothers were being beat by a man. So they were getting into a relationship with a woman. And then on top of that, they were doing it, but they were getting beat up by the girlfriends. And they're only 16, 17 years old. So they were following into the
common
same
denominator of the bad relationship.
Right, of the same type of thing. So my thing is that I always tell them, I'm like, if you're going to make a choice, make it for the right reasons. Don't make it because I don't want to be with a man because they're abusive, because all you're doing is following the same pattern of being in an abusive relationship.
I want to say something.
Choose it because that's what you choose to be and that you really want to be in that relationship.
Or regardless of if it's a choice or if it is nature, just respect that it is my choice. You live your life however you want to live it, but respect that I have the choice that this is my life.
But but here's my thing is, I mean, no matter what, if they were in a heterosexual relationship, I would still be telling them the same thing. Don't get in a relationship that's abusive.
Unhealthy.
Or you know what I mean?
Right.
Don't pick this type of person because, your father was like this or you're trying to change and you're trying to get what you didn't get in your home. I'm saying don't fall into the same pattern. Why are you choosing this relationship? It doesn't matter because it's not my job. I'm not God. I can't tell you who to love, what you should do, what you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be having sex. You shouldn't be doing this. That's not my job. My job is to be an example, be a light. Just like most of it, that's why I think our relationship is the way that it is.
Right.
Nobody's judgmental.
Yeah,
we're just here to be a light and to reflect what it is that we see in you. And if we feel like something should not be happening like today, you know what I mean? Like,
wait, what you talking about?
I'm talking about
blast
moment. I'm just saying, like, I was making sure you was gonna be here. You know what I mean? Like, just all of that. You know what I mean? I was like, it's love. Like, but I'm saying,
I was like, do I have to fight Chrystee when she's pointing at me like it's something that shouldn't happen? Like today, talking about church girls.
We gonna make sure we all stick together.
Can I say something?
I'm sorry, Jesse. I can't. I'm cut out, honey.
That's your cord. There's something wrong with these cords. First of all, I just want to say that Sag1214. Her name is Carol. I don't know if you like me saying your government name over there, but it's on Twitter. But you said I was going to say something about how you was drinking that water. LOL. Just watch yourself later on. Thank you. But she also wrote back that we have a very good show tonight.
Yes.
And Greg Storm said some of your callers are crazy. So I guess he's judging Chris Mayo. But I love the dialogue that Chris or Larry Williams.
Hey, that's the point of this conversation.
What I wanted to say about what Chrystee was saying is, and you guys can call and tell me if I'm being stereotypical, but it seems to me that a lot of the lesbian women that I meet became lesbian because they had a bad relationship with a man or they saw a bad relationship when they were coming up. Whereas men usually, but I wanted people to talk about it. But usually men say, I was born gay, I can't help it, I wish I could take this away. So, but I always
just have a hard time with they and usual. I just think we have to allow the space
That's
for.
true.
Well,
you know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
Cher's daughter.
Experience.
Cher's daughter is now a man. She now she changed herself, but she felt like since she was a kid that she was trapped in a man's body.
I'll just say, in my experience, I've never met a woman who said she was born a lesbian.
Okay,
I've never met.
Really?
I've only met
You've never met a
lesbians who
woman-
dated
So now-
women.
and now the
I
question
mean, men for a
becomes-
long time and then became lesbian because of something that happened, or they
And
just
I
got
have
bored.
a question for our callers, for our listeners. So, you know,
I honestly have never.
We got 5 minutes. So
the show is over. Oh my gosh, we do it. This time
I told y'all we need our own show, 90 minutes.
Yes.
That's what I'm
We
going to keep
do have
saying.
another caller.
Go
Go ahead,
ahead.
caller. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what's your comment?
That order.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, caller.
Delpa News said that
Go
Modern
ahead.
Family had great writing. I forgot to say that.
Oh, thank you. So,
And Greg's
caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? And what's your comment? And make it quick.
Hi, ladies.
Hi. That's a friendly voice. Who's this?
This is Tarina Pouncey.
Hi, Tarina.
Hey,
That's my
Tarina.
girl.
Yay!
Came
got happy.
You guys have been all around the map today. I when I
And
first
back
started calling,
twice.
I had one subject to talk about, and now it's changed, which is okay.
What you got for us, Tarina? Who's a fabulous actress, by the way. I just have to plug my girl.
I like her name. Tarina.
Yeah, Tarina.
It's fun. It's like
But
a
I gotta give a
cheerleader.
shout out to Lady Gaga, Tanjareen over there talking about the gays.
I have to be the angel's advocate and stir up conversation, Tarina.
I understand.
She calls
But
me Lady
you
Gaga.
did
That's
give a
hilarious.
very eloquent response to that. I appreciated that. I don't know if you remember that comment, but I won't go backwards.
You can tell me on Twitter or Facebook because I forgot. Thank you, though.
Okay. Well, first of all, what Chris Mayo was saying about leaving seeds, all that, I think that's a male way of thinking. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
And the whole question he brought up, if everybody were gay, we wouldn't have any more people on the planet, which is kind of ridiculous. You would still have people of the opposite sex, and people are friends. And currently, people who are gay couples go to their friends who are of the opposite sex, and or other means to have children. So I don't think if everyone on the planet were gay, we wouldn't have any more people on the planet.
We would just find a way to
Very well
reproduce,
said,
like
Tarina.
the guys in Modern Family.
Very well said.
Okay,
But I
makes
believe in
sense.
leaving. I think I always believe in leaving a legacy in seeds. I mean, I do think it is a male thing, but I think.
Well, when you gonna have some kids then?
Well, I think the
As soon
question
as
becomes.
I find me a good man who's gonna leave some good seeds.
Oh, you old-fashioned girl.
The
You
question
got to just
becomes,
get down.
though, you know, are children the only ways that we can leave legacies and seeds? Because
That's
I
true.
think you can
I'm
do that.
leaving a web series
but-
behind. The Celibate
think
Nympho
more-
Chronicles. That's all I got for you in the next
Yeah.
generation is this show.
Okay, plug. No, but I think that there's wonderful ways to leave a legacy. I mean, Michael Jackson did have children, but aside from that, he birthed us with
Them wasn't
so
his
many.
kids.
Okay, well, whatever. The point that I'm making is that perhaps we can expand our context of what it means to leave. Because if I
Absolutely.
can leave you in an interaction where
Yeah.
you see light now,
Yeah, but
and your life is
and
altered,
there
then-
are a lot
we're
of
thinking
kids
that.
who
We are
have been
thinking that.
left, who have been left out. You know,
Right,
just to
right.
have kids, just to have kids is not proving anything.
Okay,
That's
but
true.
with all of that being said, we're talking about people who want to leave, who want to bring up children, who want to have their own kids if they can. You know what I mean? Want to have their own kids and leave a legacy and leave, with their names and their stories. I mean, I enjoy having a legacy of. Hearing stories about my great-great-grandmother who was a slave and how she had 17 kids and then how my
She was getting
grandfather.
it in.
Well, she was a slave. He was getting it in.
Okay.
That's next
Because he
Well, one
also
thing,
had
Christy-
17. He also had
Tarina's
17
still on the line.
kids of his
Go ahead,
own.
Tarina.
What I want to say about the leaving the seed, from how Chris said it to me, it sounded more like just to have, kids. As it sounded like a male way of thinking. I'd have to have kids, which is kind of like an animalistic way of, lions and male species always dropping their seed everywhere. It's how it seemed to me. But it is important to leave some type of legacy, but I believe that it doesn't necessarily have to be children.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think that's what he wanted. You know what I mean? I think that's what he was saying.
well,
Well,
I
he
think
said
also-
that was the point. The
But
purpose
he's
of life.
saying we limit people who leave it in other ways and make them wrong. That's what I don't have.
And I do agree with you. Thank you for calling. I do agree
Thanks,
with you.
Tarina.
I'm just doing the other, playing the other.
Angel's
end.
advocate.
So,
Yes,
so
Angel's
thank
advocate.
you.
Ladies, I wanted
Thank
to
you.
just do a quick shout out that I'm going to be performing tomorrow at Tammy Mac's Minute Mixer. I'm going to be doing stand-up. For the first time. So I invite you guys to come out and check me out.
Congratulations.
That's a big moment.
And shout out to
you.
Tammy. Tammy and I just did a film together. So so you're not doing your play tomorrow, Tarina? Is that not happening?
Yeah, I'm going to do the play, then I'm going to run over there and do the stand-up.
Okay,
that's a baller. That's a baller.
I'm going to text you actually because I have to change plans. But thank you for calling, Tarina.
Thank you, Tarina.
Bye-bye. Love you guys.
Bye.
I'm getting a lot of people that are trying to call in to comment on this,
Yeah.
but they can't get through. But Greg Storm said...
We have another
he
caller.
said a lot. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's your comment?
And what's your comment? Make it quick.
CJ77OGA said, blessings to you ladies.
Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you.
CJ.
Thanks, CJ77.
And there's Greg Ellis, shout out. I think he knows you too, Chrystee.
Yes,
He says
Greg.
hello.
And someone named Spit Gray is shouting the Sistars out and says he has a serious
Is the caller coming in?
a
or no?
serious
We just
crush.
stalling until you say something, caller.
A serious crush on one of us, but he's not going to tell us who.
It's Tanjareen. I love you back. I love you back.
So the caller's on the line, but he's being shy. But I have a question for you guys.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So after hearing all these people talk, are we as humans under the impression of if we see a homosexual couple on TV, that's going to automatically feel all of our children are going to grow up homosexual?
I think Larry thinks so, right?
Larry thinks so, but I think the Sistars do not. And neither does Chris Mayo, because he talked about the class he had.
Right.
At least that was one positive comment that he left. We love you, Chris. I think that all of that is old school thinking. Having babies because we on this planet. It's old school thinking.
But I think what you're surrounded around, and I'm not
Just
saying
like
necessarily
niggas don't need to be at the White House. Did I just say that?
Oh yeah, you
my
did.
God.
But I think
can we say the
I
N-word
think
on the
whatever
internet?
I don't know. I just think that whatever you surround, if your child is surrounded around, and again, I'm not saying that just because we see, people who happen to be gay on TV that every child's going to be gay. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you're surrounded around your atmosphere, whatever your atmosphere is, there's a good possibility that you're going to be there.
You're raised by your environment.
What you learn is the beauty and diversity, the beauty and
Absolutely.
and tolerance.
And so of course it's not everybody, but
let me do that.
Well, I think
But
it was
it
Larry
shows
that
that it's
said
okay.
that he's saying that this now becomes normal, and as if there's something wrong with
And
that.
I think also too, that's why I liked Will and Grace, because he was not a stereotypical gay person. He wasn't flamboyant.
Hello?
He wasn't.
Yes.
Oh, hi caller.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. What's your name? Where you calling from?
That was a sexy voice, Janora.
I was trying.
This is Tracy.
Oh,
Hey,
Tracy.
I'm calling from Orlando, Florida.
Are you preacher on Twitter? Are you our preacher follower on Twitter? Is that you, Tracy?
Yes, ma'am. That is me. Hello, ladies. Good evening.
Well, you gonna preach to us tonight? What's up, Tracy? What's your comment? Make it quick, because we're done.
We're already over time.
Go ahead, Tracy. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, I know you're over time. Well, basically, all I have to say for right now is that you guys are crazy. I'm going to be a great follower of the show.
Right.
Thank you
had
so
a lot
much.
of topics that I want to point in on, but at the same token, I know you don't have a lot of time. But the subject about the gay scenario, oh my God, I could go on all day about that one. I'm straight myself, but there's a lot of misconceptions out there with a lot of different people, and maybe, in my opinion, you all should pick that up next time.
Well, you know what? I want to also welcome you to put comments on our fan page. We have The Sistars on Facebook.
Right.
We can dialogue with you about this a couple more times tonight and tomorrow throughout the week, and then we can pick it back up again.
Absolutely.
Next week.
We have a blog coming to Tracy, and some big news coming in June.
Yeah,
so if you can spread the word, I think you'll be well pleased with what's happening with the Sistars in June.
Yep.
And we do. Thank you. We want to say thank you for calling in.
Yeah,
we
thank you for that comment.
Yes, and we want to say thank you for everybody for watching the show today and being a part. I mean, because this is definitely a different subject that we didn't expect, and I really enjoy talking about it. Yeah, because I think at the end of the day that I love that Caryn said. I think it was last week. You are in me and I am in you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we need to learn how to love one another no matter who they are.
And
I don't care if it's a person on the street that's homeless.
Right.
You love that
You
person.
should look at everybody and see the God in them. Because we're all
Absolutely.
one.
And the reason I think we have these blocks up is because we don't talk about it.
Right.
Exactly.
And
I
so
think
the point of
key.
seeing that is not, oh, now everybody's going to be gay, but it's seeing and you go, oh, they're just like me. It's okay to be gay or not be gay.
Things will transform when the norm is love, period.
Yes.
Bottom line. You come from it, you speak to it,
stop
you
being
live
afraid of
so
everybody and everything that's not like
That's our time, y'all.
Dang, we didn't do any plugs, but she's going to be on Grey's Anatomy tonight and next week.
If you have already seen it. Yes.
you just booked
the Young and Restless.
Young and Restless. Yes. And if you haven't checked out, Tanjareen Tuesday was this past Tuesday. Check out
celibateinfo.com.
Yes.
The video got deleted, but it's going to be put back up on celibateinfo.com in about a day. I'm going to go home and download it now. So celibateinfo.com. And this girl just did a movie that should be out. What's the name of it?
He's Mine, Not Yours. But come to our Facebook page. We want to dialogue with you, the Sistars.
Yes, let's continue to talk about this. This was a great topic.
Yes.
Woo woo.
Thank you.
SMA Firm said, dang, the hour flew by. Yes, it did. SMA Firm.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Thanks, Trace.
Thanks, Greg. He said you don't need to have kids to leave a legacy.
And that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.